Before we get to the video, I just want to say I'm not going to compare this to The Darling and the Franks, and I'm not going to compare this to SSS Gridman, and I'm definitely not going to compare this to Neon Genesis Evangelion. But compared to the first and second Pacific Rim movie, this is quite good. The characters are fleshed out. There are unexplored concepts and some nice fight scene. Oh, that's about it though. Cause the movie was good, the sequel was rubbish, and the anime is, mediocre. Mediocre? But I thought you said this series has fleshed out characters and unexplored concepts. For a Netflix series, it's okay, but if you are comparing it to Evangelion, no, I'm not doing that. I am not going to compare this to that, at least not yet. So let's look at this series as a story detached from the kaiju lore. I must admit, the first 4 episodes are rather engaging and not to mention have great world building. Aside from a few and far between contrivances, they are rather entertaining. If we are talking about the plot revolves around a brother and a sister who go looking for their parents in a post-apocalyptic world. But that is until episode 5. And this is where shit goes sideways real fast. In the 3rd or 4th episode, our protagonists stumble onto a bunch of mercenaries hunting for kaiju eggs. Then, thanks to Taylor's inability to keep an eye on the boy they found at a sciencey lab, a bunch of mercenaries get eaten.
No, I'm a friend. We're friends. Damn.
And only 2 of them manage to survive. One of them being May, who joins the traveling band of misfits later, and Shinji.
In your arms you are holding up the heavens. Young boy, you'll live up to be a legend.
Okay, his name isn't Shinji, but he looks kinda like Shinji. But fear not, I am going somewhere with it. Because of the unfortunate death of Shinji's comrades, he gets pissed off and blames Taylor and the girl.
I'm sorry, I was just...
You killed 2 of my mates.
But May decides to take them to their leader for reasons. And now you're probably thinking, Shinji starts off a villainous character because of his loss, but slowly warms up to the brother and sister duo and fight alongside them. No.
You don't need to do this.
May?
Me, on the other hand.
May!
Meet Dad!
May kills her own sidekick because he tried to kill a bunch of randos who got their team killed. And this is where I started to despise May. She is such a cheap knockoff of Mikasa. Her personality is literally I'm a strong female character.
No. I don't need his demons, and he definitely doesn't need mine.
Despite the series desperately trying to make her a likable character, I just can't stand her. But aside from that minor nitpick, there is nothing wrong with this series. Right? Oh boy. In the 3rd or 4th episode, we are introduced to Shane, a John Wick looking dude who comes off as an absolute badass.
It didn't have to go this way.
He even has powers, psychic powers, which everyone forgets, including himself. And turns out he kidnapped May from a random family cause he likes kids or something. Apparently he loves her like a daughter. So when she turns on him, he goes from badass to whimpering loser idiot. He tries to save his daughter by smashing one of his most valuable assets with a rocket launcher. And there is also this character.
Congratulations. You now have 0 pilot.
I can't remember his name. I actually like the dude cause he acts as the comic relief while the rest are super serious. But guess what happens to him? Because May was regarded enough to carry something like a piece of radio communication that could be used to well track her. Turns out there was no tracker, it was rigged with explosives or something. They straight up killed the comic relief character to show how serious they are and how gritty it is. Oh boy. I mean, there are a shit ton of inconsistencies after the 5th episode. Don't believe me? Shane, even with his powers, doesn't interrogate the girl and the child while they are captured.
I want to know what you're up to. Still not talking?
Shane, who instead of using a hostage as a living shield, decides to fight Taylor's mech with a bazooka. May saving Shane after finding out what he did to her parents, even though she had no issue with killing someone like Shinji. Convenient memory loss. Convenient time for a battery to appear. Not giving the little kid shoes and making him walk through the scorching desert barefoot. Hey, wait, I know why he ain't got no shoes. Cause the weirdos who made this got a child foot fetish. Tell me I'm wrong. And oh yeah, physics. Now you're probably confused. Is this good or bad? Should I watch it or not? Short answer, don't. Because look, although it is pretty okay for a mech anime, it is nowhere near stuff like Darling in the Franxx or Knights of Sardine. And comparing it to Neon Genesis Evangelion would be an insult to the series that added craft to the power of love by telling us a tale of nihilistic magnificence. If you ain't got nothing else to watch, I guess it's not the worst thing ever, so go ahead and watch, but I'd rather play Raid Shadow Legends.